Welcome back. Sorry for the technical difficulties once again. You guys missed a touchdown drive there. Great drive. Nate Rouse with a beautiful pass in the back of the end zone to Bennett Baker. Extending the Knight lead 21-0 here in the first half. And Nate Rouse now has one rushing touchdown, one passing touchdown, and an interception on the evening. Ball out to around the 30-yard line where the Knights will take down the return man at around the 35. 7:37 left to play in this first half after the touchdown drive from Rouse. First and 10 here. Knights defense back out onto the field. Last possession, just before the stream shut off, the Knights got a stop there. Forced a punt, another low punt, almost blocked again. And then the Knights offense with a dominant drive. Nate Rouse with a few great passes there. Power run up the middle here for the Wildcats. Looked like a little belldozer formation there for 3 or 4 yards. Second down and around 7 coming up.
Again, they're not going back to Allred. I'm surprised.
Second down and 7 here from the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left. Takes a snap. Nice hole by the offensive line, but dragged down from the backside there. I think that's near on the takedown. Another great play.
That might have been number 7, McKim.
Third down here, third down and 7. Hurrying back up to the line of scrimmage, Bethel fakes the handoff, looking to run, wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage, at the line of scrimmage rather. Going to be fourth down and around 7. Wildcats look like they're going to be forced to punt this ball here.
And they better be careful because they're going to get another one blocked here, and if they're not careful, because it's
there's not a great
very
outcome
close
for this. You either get blocked or you let Luke Olson return the punt here.
Well, that's
I don't
a good
know.
point.
I don't know which one I'd rather. Luke Olson's going to have a chance here from the 25-yard line. Makes the first man miss out up to the 40-yard line. And even right there, it looked like he was going to be stopped dead in his tracks, made a guy miss, and turned it into 15 yards there.
Yeah, he just mishandled it at the beginning, which threw his rhythm off just a little bit, but still, good return.
Absolutely. Out to the 40-yard line. You'd love to start at the 40-yard line every drive. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right here. Rouse in the shotgun, Silas Ward the running back in the formation. Rouse takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Silas Ward cuts back inside. Great cut there by Ward, but he is brought down. Nice tackle there by Bethel. That's a big play saver there.
Yeah, it was a nice cutback by Ward. He almost got out of that hole, but good tackle, good open field tackle. 2nd and 5 here.
2nd and 5 from the 45. Knights have a chance to make this a 4-score game at halftime. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Rouse from the shotgun here. He takes the snap. Going to hand off up the middle.
Same play.
Ward brought down on the backside there. Nice tackle.
No gain.
That was Ben Martin, the junior defensive lineman in there on the tackle. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 5. I think they're going to air it out here.
I don't know. I look at this as 2 plays right here. I don't think they punt. As good as their defense has been playing, I think you go 2 plays right here if you need it.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Rouse from the shotgun, fakes the handoff, going to throw. Had Meek, but just tried to put a little too much air under it, too much touch on it, and it almost got intercepted. I don't think
He threw it right between two guys. I'm not sure who that was to.
it was to Blake on the wheel route there, but I don't think that Blake was quite ready for that. And the corner wasn't even looking for it, or he might have had an interception too.
Yeah, don't love that. I would probably run it twice. Now we're set to punt the ball here.
Takes a snap. A booming punt there from Silas Ward. My goodness. It's going to take
bounce.
a Knights roll inside to the 15-yard line there, 16-yard line. Nice boot by Silas Ward. 4:25 left in this first half of play. Bethel with a full field to work with. And down by 3 scores.
Well, let's see what Bethel can do here. See if they get a little more creative and see if they can move the ball at all here. Backed up on their own 20, 15.
Takes a snap here from the shotgun. Duncan. Pass fake. Broken up over the middle by Peyton Brady.
There's a flag. The far official threw a flag on that. It's going to be pass interference. He got there a little bit early. He tried to time that and just got there a little bit early.
Pass interference. As the Knights catch an unlucky break there. First down once again for Bethel. And they've gotten quite a few first downs here by the way of Knight penalties.
Yeah, I mean, total yardage, they have more positive yards on penalties than their own running plays.
Nice pass to the outside there from Duncan. Hitting his man open in the flats. I believe that's the first completion of the game for the Wildcats.
Second and 5.
Ball on the 36-yard line here. Second down and 5. Duncan from the shotgun wants to throw it again. Looking across the middle, and it's tipped.
Yeah, I haven't seen Crossings tip this many passes in a game this year. They must be working on some new things. I mean, you see it on Saturdays in college all the time. You know, if the D-line can't get to the quarterback, they're getting their arms up, and I see Crossings must be intentionally doing that, like practicing that this week, because that's at least the third time that they've done that.
From the shotgun once again here. Takes a snap. Throw out to the flats. Going to be close to the line to gain.
Be a yard short.
It'll be interesting to see here what Bethel decides to do. With the lack of offense in the first half, you have to think they're going to go for it. Oh, and they get the Knights to jump off sides there. Free first down. And the Wildcats keep the chains moving. And the Knights once again there. Defensive line, I think that's McKim. He's been all over the field.
That was McKim, yeah. He came up quick on that. It looked like he had a big hole, and all of a sudden McKim kind of came out of nowhere and accelerated.
And you know,
somebody else came up and cleaned that up too.
He and Neer aren't necessarily the two biggest defensive linemen by any means, but their speed gives them the advantage over a lot of people there.
Again.
That's Meek jumping off sides there. This Duncan, his His signals have drawn the Knights off quite a few times tonight.
I like the aggressiveness of the Knights, but you got to be disciplined there to hold off until that ball moves. The only thing you're watching as a D lineman is that ball. You're not listening to the cadence. You're not looking at the quarterback. You're looking at that ball. When it moves, you move.
Duncan here from the shotgun. Looked like a false start. Lots of laundry on the field right now. My goodness. And false start moves them right back where they were.
Working that chain gain over there.
Absolutely.
You're getting their steps in, you know. You need 10,000 steps a day. They're getting close.
2nd down and 9 here. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Duncan here. Hands off up the middle. Allred fighting through tackles and trucking Knights defenders down to around the 42-yard line. Strong run once again by Allred.
I'm surprised. I mean, the kid is big, strong. He's a good runner, and he's not getting the ball enough.
And he takes the snap, hands off up the middle. Again, good for about 5 yards. And Allred, he runs with purpose. They need to find a way to get him the ball. Takes a snap, hands off once again to Allred, and he is good for a free first down anytime he touches the ball at this point.
That's 3 in a row, and you just got to wonder what would happen if they would have started the game, you know, with this ground game.
Takes a snap again. Duncan
flag.
looking to throw.
Looks their wide receiver wasn't set. The quarterback he's got to look over there and make sure everybody's set. He was still walking out there or trying to run out there and get in position, but he was not set at all. That's on the quarterback. A 1st down and 15.
From the 33-yard line here.
It's tough because you're driving the ball, you're working hard, you're found a few things that are working, and then all of a sudden you're behind the chains with just one bad decision.
Takes a snap here, Duncan, trying to set up a screen on the outside. Nice play there to pick up some positive yardage for Bethel.
Yeah, that was a good play. Nice block by the receiver out there.
And now they'll hurry up to the line of scrimmage here on 2nd down. Clock at 1:39. From the shotgun formation here is Duncan. Allred to his right, takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Allred fights for about 2 yards there. Nice tackle, nice wrap up there by the Knights defense.
That's McKim again.
Knights defensive line staying active. Big 3rd down coming up, 3rd down and 5. Knights need to keep Bethel out of the end zone before half. From the shotgun here, Bethel. It's going to be Duncan with 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Allred, the running back, lined up to his right. Trying to draw the Knights off sides. Going to be forced to take a timeout. Knights did not jump there.
Good job. That's very good discipline right there. They showed about 8 in the box up there, and they just were showing blitz by the linebackers, and then they would back off. So good for the Knights to not jump on that and give them a freebie.
Absolutely, and the Knights defense going to have a chance to get a big stop here. 55 seconds left, up 21-0, and the game looks a lot different heading into half. 21-7. Two-score game.
We got a guest at halftime waiting over here in the wings. Freshman in high school, or freshman in college now at OU, Logan McGowan, who's a 4-year player here. So we're gonna get him on the radio in just a few minutes.
3rd down and 5. As both teams come back out onto the field following the timeout. We'll see if the Wildcats take a shot or two towards the end zone with 55 seconds left. Trips out to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left, empty backfield, takes a snap, going towards the flats at the sticks, nothing there. Pass is incomplete. Bethel coach is upset. Bethel here set up at a 4th down and around 6 or 7. 2 wide receivers to the left, trips to the right, empty backfield. Takes a snap. He'll look to throw downfield. Going to go to the end zone. He wants it all. Incomplete. Knights hold and get a stop. And we'll see if the Knights now try and march back down the field. 45 seconds left.
What would you do?
I would probably take this one into halftime. But 2 timeouts, interesting play.
I'd see what I could get. You know, we saw our kickers. It was at Leslie.
Yeah.
Kick a 37-yarder. It was the other direction against the wind. But, yeah, I'd give it a shot.
Maybe see what happens if you can get a few yards on the first play. You do have 2 timeouts in your back pocket here. Rouse from the shotgun takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Good for about 2 yards, and that will probably do it for the first half of play. If the Knights get a big play there, you know, you might think about trying to get into field goal range.
They got to run one more.
But it looks like they're going to, run one more and run this thing into half. 21-0.
Oh, no, they don't have to run one more.
21-0, it looks like, will be the first half score here for the Knights. Again, Nate Rouse with a rushing touchdown, a throwing touchdown, and an interception. He has been a superstar for this Knights team tonight. And we'll have second half coverage. Again, this is Ross Lovelace on the call. Crossings leads 21-0 over Bethel at halftime. Stay tuned for second half coverage coming up live. Test 1, 2.
All right, well, we are back. It's about 1 minute left until the warm-ups begin. So I've got a guest here tonight, Logan McGowan, who was a four-year player here at Crossings Football and had an incredible run his last few years here. And so he's now moved on, but he's here tonight. So I just pulled him in and I said, hey, we're interviewing you. And so Logan, how's it going, buddy? Tell us about the college life so far.
It's good. A little busy, but hanging in there.
Good. Okay, I'll take that. Grades are good. You going to class?
Going to class. Waking up every morning.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: academically, how do you feel you've been prepared for college life academically?
I feel like I've been prepared actually pretty well. But I mean, it's a lot different than high school where you're going to class 8 hours a day, where now you're going to class twice a day.
Yeah.
So completely different, but
yeah. My boys have said that this school has really prepared them where it's actually not that hard because high school was challenging enough that that college isn't as hard. Is that true for you?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, let's talk football. You played this game a long time. Tell me what you see so far, and tell me some of the bright spots you see in Crossings right now.
So Crossings is actually moving the ball really well. I like how they're pulling the guards and hitting the certain spots, and Silas and Justin are both making their cutbacks in the right holes, and they're really seeing the field well. I do think that if they could get Nate out, kind of rolling to his left more, and maybe hitting those little short, dinky passes, they could get more yards out of that. But
yeah, Nate's he's really effective running to his left. Yeah,
and their defense is doing really well as well.
Yeah, who are some defensive players? You were a wide receiver and a defensive back. Which one did you like most?
Wide receiver.
Did you really?
100%.
Okay. See, when I played football, I just loved to hit people. So
that was not me.
No, okay.
No, not at all. I liked catching the ball.
Okay. Well, tell me about the defense. What you've seen so far tonight. Who stands out to you? What are they doing that's working so well? I mean, all season, their defense has been the bright spot for this night's team. What do you see?
For this game, Bent McKim has been everywhere. I think I've seen him on at least 15 tackles in the first half so far.
Yeah.
And then Luke Olson's had some good plays, and Nate Rouse had that interception. I mean, overall, everybody's just getting to the ball early on, and they're all like form tackling together, and they're all around the ball at the same time. So they're really making it hard for the Wildcats to kind of just get something going.
Yeah, they are struggling. What would you say with Bethel? What would you say they need to do differently? What's some adjustments they need to make in the second half?
I mean, probably try to get number 7 out in space. They're kind of just handing the ball off right in the middle, and that's kind of where everybody is. Crossings is having 7 or 8 guys in the box at a time, so if they just kind of swing him out wide or maybe run some screens like they have been, they could probably get some good yardage.
Yeah, number 7, Ross and I were just talking about how, we just don't feel like they're feeding him the ball enough. Like he was a one-man show on a couple of their drives where he was getting chunks 5-7 yards at a time, and so they've kind of every time they go away from that is when they really struggle.
Yeah, he'd have like a 7 or 8 yard run, and then they'd immediately try to throw a ball, and they just get sacked. So I think they just need to try to keep handing him the ball, maybe just get him in space and just see what he does, because he's a beast.
Yeah, he is.
He's a beast.
He's a big boy. Yeah. So do you miss football? Do you miss all the practices?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The
That's
practices
great.
were long, but I 100% miss it.
See, I played in Indiana where we actually played where it was cold and it didn't feel good to get hit and smash your fingers, and so winter time, I loved it in the summer, loved it in the fall, whatever. But as soon as winter time came, I wasn't a fan.
I actually didn't mind the cold. I actually was reverse of you. I actually liked the cold and didn't really like the summer because it was just so hot.
Yeah, it gets hot here. Yeah, and especially on that turf out there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot hotter. Well, good, man. I love having you here. Appreciate you coming in and talking to us for a little bit. So good luck to you, second semester of college, and come up and see us again.
Thank you.
All right. That's Logan McGowan, and we will be right back with you with some action in about 5 minutes, or actually about 1 minute. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to second half coverage here. 21-0, Knights in possession of a lead and about to get the ball back as Bethel set to kick off from the 40-yard line here to get things started. And the ball is going to go deep into the end zone here as the Knights will have a fresh set of downs after the touchback. Nate Rouse will lead the offense back out onto the field. Looks like there might be a flag. Could get a re-kick here, false start.
Ross, I was asking Logan just some keys to the second half. What stands out to you about the adjustments that need to be made on both teams in the second half?
Yeah, absolutely. The one adjustment for Bethel should obviously be to feed Allred. He's had a huge game when he's been able to touch the ball, and then on the flip side for crossings, they've had a lot of success putting the ball in Rouse's hands and letting him work, whether that's rollouts, QB powers up the middle, and even throwing the ball. He's really hurt Bethel in a lot of ways tonight. And, you've seen the Knights try a few times on that reverse to Olsen, putting the ball in Krotz's hands, try to get those fast playmakers the ball, and we'll see if they can hit on a big one here.
Yeah, I feel like they're mixing the offense up a little bit better tonight and doing some new things, and it looks better.
And that kick for Bethel goes straight out of bounds. He was lined up to kick it out of bounds and then just kicked it out of bounds.
He's like,
that's typically what will happen.
I'm going to kick it right on that 35-yard line.
Just not a smart play. Oh, and they're going to get another re-kick. This will be the third kick.
Coach is like, hey, we want to run this back, so we're going to keep giving you chances. You might as well kick it to us. I respect that.
Yeah, absolutely. If Luke Olson was my kick returner, I would probably want to.
Well, they got Silas Ward, Luke Olson, and who is that?
Walraven.
Walraven out there. Yeah, all three of them can run.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure what's taking so long, but we need to get this game going. We're going to be here till midnight.
It was already a long first half.
Oh, somebody took the ball and went home. There we got the ball finally.
And now Bethel kicking off from the 30-yard line. Third time's a charm here. And this kick is off. And the Knights pick it up around the 30-yard line. They'll have a chance to take this one right up to the 40-yard line. It might have gone out of bounds.
I was just going to say, if he would have let that bounce one time, it goes out of bounds. And they've been kicking from the 25.
Nonetheless, Knights will start with the ball once again near the 40-yard line. We talked about that a little in the first half. Good field position all game for the Knights, continuing here. A first down away from being in plus territory. Rouse from the shotgun. He's going to hand off to Silas. Silas Ward following blockers out to the 50-yard line. Tries to cut it back upside, and he does to the 40. Silas Ward looking for a hole out to the 34-yard line. Strong run by Ward. Great patience.
Great vision, great patience, yes. All that, and some good blocking right there at the beginning. I think that was Mullinex. I can't remember who else it was. I'll watch it back here, but they good blocking for him, and then good vision by the running back. Oh, yeah, this Molinex with a good block. And
Absolutely fantastic block there by Molinex. The whole Knights offensive line was really in on that one there. Cole Crawford got a great block too on that. From the pistol here, Rouse hands off up the middle. Another big hole for Ward to run through, and he pushes forward for about 4 yards there. Yeah, watching that play back, noticing Cole Crawford on that block downfield, he held his block for a good 10 yards there. Just moving bodies out of the way, that crossing his offensive line, causing major issues for Bethel. 2nd down and 6 now, after that 4-yard run by Ward. Two wide receivers to the left, one to the right. Ward once again the running back. Rouse drops back. He wants to throw it, looking for room to run up the middle. Going to get a few yards there.
I'm not sure if he was looking to pass that or if it was a run play all the way.
Extracurricular activity after the play, and I think that the Knights are going to be called for a flag here. It looked like the Knights' offensive line was upset. There might have been a late hit on Rouse, and Rouse was quick to stand up and initiate a shove there, and it's sometimes, the second person that gets caught.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think that's on Nate Rouse. I'm not sure.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct there.
I'm not sure what happened, but he got up and shoved a guy that was bothering him of some sort. I'm not sure what was going on.
Going to be 3rd down and very long now for the Knights.
One of the defenders on Bethel came in and just attacked with his helmet, but he hit his own player.
Yeah.
About knocked his own player out. I don't know.
3rd down and about 20 here.
Yeah.
Rouse here from the shotgun. He takes a snap, dropping back, looking to throw it. Gets it on the outside to Krotz. Can't corral that catch, and it's going to be incomplete. 4th down and long now. Knights will likely punt this ball. It's a tough go here. Even though you're, in that no man's land, 4th and long makes it
right.
Makes it just impossible. Rouse here from the shotgun, though, near the 50-yard line. He's going to take a few steps back, and he's going to punt this ball.
That's a good play.
So the Knights have now had 3 players punt the ball tonight.
They have, haven't they?
And all have done a very impressive job.
Silas had the last one. Silas Ward, I think, had the last one.
And the first one was Knox Nave, the first punt of the night. That was a low roller inside.
That's right.
I believe every single punt has made it inside the 20-yard line. And that, even though the Knights have struggled to move the ball, one of the main differences that we've seen from up here is the Knights are starting every single possession on the 40-yard line, whereas the Knights' special teams has been fantastic tonight. They're pinning Bethel deep into their own territory, and they're having 90, 80 yards to drive while the Knights are having half a field to work with.
Yeah, Bethel's had poor field position all night. You're right.
Trips out to the right here for Duncan, who's in the shotgun. He takes a snap, going to throw to the flats, trying to get working in space there near the 10-yard line, and the Knights get him for a 2-yard loss there, down to the 8-yard line.
Good anticipation. It's like the Knights knew exactly what was going to happen right there.
Second down and long here from the 8-yard line. It'll be a handoff up the middle. Knights defense there for the stop once again. That's Allred on the carry. And now, one more play from the Knights, and it's exactly what we've been talking about this whole second half. Tough punt for Bethel coming up, and the Knights will once again start inside Wildcat territory.
Yeah, they could very well be punting inside their end zone.
Yeah.
And we've seen every punt has been closely blocked,
Absolutely.
almost blocked.
Takes a snap here, Duncan. Meek in on the edge here. Are they going to give him the safety?
No, 1-yard line.
On the 1-yard line, Meek rushed in virtually untouched here. And my goodness, Bethel is going to have a punt from their own half-yard line. It's not even on the 1. This is a tough ask here.
It's critical for this punter to catch and kick as quickly as he possibly can.
And Luke Olson has a chance to take this one back.
Yeah, for sure.
He drops the punt.
And it's
the
blocked.
Knights are on top of it in the end zone. Touchdown, Crossings. Can't tell who is on that one first. Looks like it's Blake Meek. And Poetic.
You know, it was a good snap. The punter just dropped the ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Poetic there. Meek there gets the sack that the Knights wanted the safety call on, and then is able to recover it in the end zone for 7 instead of 2.
Yeah, that was a perfect snap right in his hands. He just dropped the ball.
He felt the heat coming.
Yeah, I know. He's like I said, he needed to catch it and kick it immediately, and he was trying to kick it before he had it. Yeah. Extra point is good.
Extra point is good, and outside of Nate Rouse, I mean, no one has played better. No one has had a better game all year than the Knights special teams unit tonight. The Knights special teams unit has gifted this team, 2 or 3 touchdowns tonight. Incredible punts, 2 punt blocks setting up 2 touchdowns, 1 recovered in the end zone for a touchdown.
The interception return.
2 massive field goals from Caden Leslie too. Just an incredible evening for the Knights special teams group. Field goals, punt blocks, Luke Olson almost taking a punt to the house. Really flawless there on special teams. And again, I mentioned
You're right.
Nate Rouse having an incredible game, but
we might have to get the special teams coach an ice cream after the game.
This first 3 quarters, I don't know if we've seen a better 3 quarters from any unit on the field this season. The special teams has been elite tonight, and it's a big part of why the Knights have a 28-0 lead.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Looking at some scores here from around the district. Looks like Star Spencer's down to Kellyville. Kellyville with the lead 13-6 in the second quarter. Hennessy's up on Alva. Meeker 30, Luther 34. That's a good game. Surprised that's close.
Knights kick down to about the 30-yard line there. And the defense will take the field once again as they are currently in the midst of a shutout here. This Knights defense has been very, very impressive. And if the Knights hang on here, 6-2 is no joke.
If Meeker can come back and beat Luther, they're down by 4 in the second quarter. If they can win that game, that's big. That's a big deal for Crossings. We lost the head-to-head.
Crossings lost that game to Luther, but it was early on in the season there, and Luther used that strong rushing attack to knock off the Knights. But the Knights are hot right now.
I believe they still have to play Jones, which would give them 3 losses in district, and we play Meeker and who's the last one? Kellyville last. So we went out. They lose 1 game, and we could actually wrap up second place in the district.
And the Knights have a lot of talent returning next year too. It's not from the shotgun here, takes a snap, hands off up the middle, and stopped short. It'll be another 4th down. I was saying, the cupboard's not bare for the next few years.
Sure,
The Knights have a lot of talent, a lot of junior talent, especially on this team with, Rouse, Olson, Krotz. Big pieces there.
Yeah, there's some good young players. Fourth and about 3 here for Bethel.
Bethel's going to line up and go for it. Hand off. Lots of room to work there on the outside. That's Allred on the carry. And his big night continues.
Yeah, he's just running people over.
Quick snap back to Allred. Good for about 3 or 4 yards. And again, as we've mentioned multiple times, that's easily the most positive play Bethel's run all night. Is that Handoff to Allred. Good things happen when he's touched the ball. Takes the snap in the shotgun, tries to go down the middle.
It's just not close.
Overthrows the receiver there.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of time to work in the pocket, but
no, he doesn't.
Wasn't close there.
It was almost like the receiver just cut his route off short. Maybe it was a short route and he just was overthrown, but clearly not on the same page.
3rd down and 8 here. Tries to go with a tunnel screen up the middle. Got him. Great look there from the offense. Creative play call. Got the wide receiver in motion, headed towards the middle of the field, and was able to cut up and get the 1st down. I like that design. Bethel now in Knight territory. 1st down from the 43-yard line. Just under 6.5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Takes a snap, dropping back to throw. Same play.
Oh.
And the Knights
almost picked that off.
Almost picked it off. So close there. The Knights were ready. They ran the exact same play just to the other side of the field.
Yeah.
Looks like there's an injured Knight on the play. And we'll take a timeout with the injury timeout. 28-0 crossing leads. 6:18 left in this 3rd quarter of play. And Peyton Brady makes his way off the field. Looked like a shoulder, an arm injury. Able to walk off with the trainers. We'll keep that situation. We'll keep a monitor on that situation. Keep you guys updated on his availability here with 6:18 left in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 10 here. Bethel from the shotgun. Takes a snap. Duncan dropping back to throw. Wants to go deep. Great play. Oh,
wow.
My goodness. Luke Olson. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Odell Beckham Jr. at the 25-yard line. Luke Olson reaches up to the sky and makes a one-handed grab. My goodness. Are you serious?
That was amazing.
Unbelievable.
Wow. He just went up and grabbed that with one hand and brought it down.
I am still in shock. What a play there by Luke Olson. And, man, he is a talented individual. Wow, wow, wow.
He read that very well. Just kind of waiting and being patient for that pass and timed it perfectly.
And Nate Rouse here on the QB keeper tries to bounce it to the outside. Great play call. We're going to get a holding here, but that read option is awesome for the Knights.
Yeah,
Could
Nate's
be really
running that
useful
well.
down the stretch. And it is a penalty against the Knights. Holding call there. First down and 10 here. First down and 20, rather. Knights will be backed up. Inside their own 20-yard line. Rouse takes a snap. Hands off. It's Walraven. He makes a man miss. Good for a few yards there. Gets about half of it back. We'll have 2nd and 15 coming up.
Nice tough run for Walraven as Crossings just continues to run the clock.
2nd down and 16 here. Rouse, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And
Timeout.
Bethel is going to take a timeout here. We will too. Again, this is Ross Lovelace on the call. 28-0 Crossings leads late in the third quarter. 5:23 left. Stay tuned for fourth quarter action here in district play. Again, this is CrossingSchool.tv. Second down and 16 here. Back onto the field after the Wildcat timeout. Rouse in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to each side. Running back in the formation. From the 23-yard line, Rouse QB power to the outside. He's got blockers in front of him to the 30, 35, 40. Out of bounds
Great
there.
run.
Another great run by Nate Rouse. Looks like they're going to mark him just shy of the first down there.
Really?
Thought he had that by quite a
did
few
too.
yards there on the outside. I guess we can't really see over there. But it's going to be 3rd down and 1. It looked like he ran out 3 or 4 yards
I
past
thought
the
so as
sticks.
well, yes. Let's watch the replay here.
And he clearly
Wow.
got the first down.
Yeah,
Not
that's
quite
wild.
sure what happened there. He was 2 or 3 yards past the sticks. Rouse here takes a snap, dropping back to throw to the flats. Luke Olson at the 40-yard line makes a man miss and turns it upfield. Great play once again from
That's
Olson.
a tough throw, too.
Tough throw. Fantastic connection there. And that's big for the Knights. Keep that drive going, milk some more clock here, and potentially put more points on the scoreboard.
What you probably can't see on this on the broadcast is the wind has picked up quite a bit and going the opposite direction that we're going. So we're going against the wind. And that was a tough throw back against the wind. Oh.
And Olson almost fumbles on that reverse play, but the Knights are able to hang on to that one. That would have been devastating.
That play hasn't worked tonight.
No, that reverse is not. And it looked like Olson was really slowing down there to even handle the reverse. So the timing was off to begin with.
Yeah.
And it ended in a 5-yard loss, but it could have been much worse.
I say let's not run that play anymore tonight.
Trips
practice
to the right
that tomorrow.
here. Rouse in the shotgun. Takes a snap, high snap. Rouse fakes the handoff. He's got plenty of room to run there on the edge. Once again, he turns it up.
Wow.
And no question about the first down this time. He stays in bounds. Hard run there.
He is
down
running
to about
hard
the 40-yard line.
and fast.
Absolutely. I would not be surprised if he's nearing triple digits on the ground for this game.
And by the way, he needs to ask the center to bring the snap down just a little bit. It's going to stretch his stomach muscles out.
Rouse here
Cramp.
has done it all. Huge passing touchdown, plenty of rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Nearly a pick six, too. Trips out to the right here for Crossings. Bennett Baker alone out to the left, it seems. Rouse here from the shotgun takes a snap, another high snap. Handoff up the middle. Walraven finds a nice crease down to about the 30-yard line, 32-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. We'll see if they move the sticks. And they will. First down and 10 for the Knights. 3:30 left in this third quarter. First down and 10, ball on the 32-yard line. 3 minutes left in this third quarter of play. Trips out to the right, one to the left. Rouse from the shotgun here with Walraven to his right. Rouse takes the snap, fakes the handoff, jukes a man at the 40-yard line, cuts it back to the outside, And he's brought down just behind the 30-yard line. It's going to be a loss of around 1 on the play. Rouse gets close to the line of scrimmage. And even though it wasn't a positive play for the Knights, the clock's running. No turnover, stayed in bounds.
Yeah, lots of good things. That's fine.
Knights need to stay.
And it was a good snap.
2 to each side of Rouse here. Walraven still the running back in the game. Takes a snap. Rouse looking to throw. Wants to go deep to Olsen. And Olsen goes up and almost makes another circus catch.
In double coverage.
Well, Rouse gave him a chance to go make a play. It was a little bit of a dangerous pass there, but stops the clock at 2:07 in the third quarter. 3rd down and 10. Trips out to the left, 1 to the right. Probably a little out of Caden Leslie's range here. 5-6 yards. Probably do the trick. Another high snap. Rouse tries to corral it there, and he finally gets on it. That was 3 or 4 high snaps alone on that drive.
Yeah, I knew that was inevitable. It just kept getting higher and higher.
4th down here, and Silas Ward back on to punt here. As the second punter of the night, back on for the 4th punt.
And Bethel's got nobody back.
And that's a common theme. They haven't had anybody back for any of the punts, which has been very interesting. Nice boot there from Silas Ward. This thing's going to go all the way down inside the 5-yard line.
On the 5.
Knights special teams, again, has been lights out. It's unbelievable.
Wow, what a punt. Again, field position for Bethel has been atrocious.
The special teams and the defense from the Knights has been everything you could ask for and more. I mean, I don't know when the last time I've seen special teams affect a game like this has been. Every aspect of the game has been controlled by the Knights special teams in some way. From the shotgun here is Duncan. He takes a snap. He'll hand off up the middle. No room there. It's one of the few times that we have seen Allred get stuffed near the line of scrimmage. 5-yard line.
Well, they're almost in a predictable situation here to hand the ball off to Allred here because
absolutely. And you don't want to punt from the end zone again after last time.
And the quarterback's just not quite on the same page as the wide receivers. They're just a little off, and so you don't want to throw a pick 6 here. Just trying to get out of the end zone area.
From the shotgun here, Allred moves to the other side. He's split out pretty wide. Takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Knights defense, once again, no gain on the play. 3rd down from inside the Wildcat 5 here. Great spot to be in if you're the Knights. Third down and 10 here. And timeout on the field with 18 seconds left in the quarter, and we will take a timeout too. Knights lead 28-0. 3rd down and 10 here. Knights defense looking for another stop. Bethel inside the 5-yard line. Once again, not a spot you want to be in if you're the Wildcats. Takes a snap from the shotgun. Knights get a nice rush and a perfectly placed screen pass. And that's exactly what the Wildcats needed to get some breathing room at least.
Going to be about 3 yards short, I think, or maybe a little more, maybe 4 yards short of first down. Oh, it looks like it's 4th and 5.
Fourth down and 5 here. We'll see what the Wildcats choose to do with 8 seconds left until the 4th quarter begins. And we're going to get a false start. It'll back them up even further.
That's just what they didn't want to do. They had some room. Now it's backing them up to where they don't have as much room.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that, and it looked like they were going for it. It didn't look like they were in punt formation at all. If they were, it was going to be a pooch. But he was way too close to the line. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing here. Yeah, he's pooch punting it.
And
That was
finally,
so close.
It's a solid punt there for the Wildcats. That's honestly the best thing that you could ask for out
Yeah,
the 35-yard line there from deep in your
Great
own
effort.
zone. Yeah, absolutely.
Fair catch on the 35.
4 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
The Knights will have to take one snap here before the 4th quarter, and then they get the wind for the 4th quarter with them.
From the shotgun here is Rouse. He takes a snap. Going to hand off to Ward. And I think he got a piece of jersey there.
There's a
Not
flag
sure
on
what
the
to call it.
play.
Might have been a
You mean a piece of face mask?
Not really sure. It looked like he had Silas there for a second, held up, and we are going to get a face mask. Looked like the jersey to me, but he might have had the helmet. Knights, great field position once again, despite the solid punt. Opening up at the 22-yard line here is Rouse. Takes a snap, dropping back, wants to throw again. Rouse fakes the entire defense out, and he's got a lot of room to work to the 15, to the 10. Rouse is going to take it in for another score. My goodness, Nate Rouse has done it all this game and adds another rushing touchdown to his total. Unbelievable.
Yeah, we missed out a few games where he was hurt. I think he was hurt for maybe 2 or 3 games in the early season, and we missed that. Just the veteran play, the wisdom that he has to pull that ball down. Nothing's there, nothing's open, and he just takes off, and he's got the speed to get past the defenders. And man, that was a great run by Rouse there.
Absolutely, and I love how they're utilizing Rouse tonight. They've really committed to him running the ball, and it has added another dimension to this offense.
Yeah, and he's, again, like I said, he's just been patient and making the right reads. He's not trying to throw the ball in coverage, and he realizes the what the defense is giving him. He's going to take it. That's the second.
Another offsides. 2 in a row.
They might as well go for 2. They're probably on the 1-yard line. Yeah, at some point you want to respect your opponent and not rub it in. But if you're on the 1-yard line, it's hard not to go for it.
We'll try again here as Leslie kick it again. Snap is up, the hold is down, and the kick is up and good as Leslie stays perfect on the night. 11:51 left in this ball game, and the Knights lead 35-0. Dominating performance. Dominating.
I sure like the Leslie kid. He's a great kicker, isn't he?
Absolutely, and the Knights have notoriously been known for having great kickers, starting with one of the best kickers in school history, Coleman Patterson. He really started things off for the Knights, when I was in high school. An absolutely incredible two-way player there, and the trend has just continued from there.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's been maybe 6 years, 7 years running. We've had just great kicking, and Caden's just picked it up, and he may be one of the best.
Knights with a pretty nice kick here inside the 10-yard line, and the coverage just as good. Pushed out of bounds within the 30-yard line. Another long field to work with for the Bethel Wildcats. We'll see if they can find any sort of offensive momentum. Again, 0 points scored this game. That Knights defense has been impressive, to say the least. Knights defense back out, trying to slow down Duncan and the Wildcats. From the shotgun, empty set, no running back in the formation. Duncan working the pocket, rolling to his left, trying to outrun the Knights defensive line. Only gets a yard or two on the play. From the shotgun here, 2nd down and 8. Takes a snap, hands off up the middle. All red, good for about 3. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Clock now under 11 minutes. Knights lead 35-0. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Ross Lovelace on the call tonight. CrossingSchool.tv. Ball on the 33-yard line. Knights defense has not given up any points tonight. Very, very impressive showing. Trips out to the left, one to the right from the shotgun here.
They really haven't given up many yards.
No, not at all. Duncan here across the middle.
Oh!
Man, almost intercepted three times.
Tipped twice.
Tipped twice and almost picked off by Krotz at the end of it.
That would have been amazing.
Tipped by Meek, tipped by Olsen, and almost picked by Krotz. And that Knight secondary has been impressive tonight.
Yeah, they have been.
Impressive. That's the only word I can think of to describe them. I don't know if there's been more than one or two completions, and none of them have been past the line of scrimmage. They've all been bubble screens and to the flats.
That was almost tipped 3 times before the final fall to the ground.
Trips out to the left, one to the right, takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Big hole here for Allred, bursting through. First down and 10. And he has clearly been Bethel's MVP tonight.
Yeah, he's an impressive young man. Senior, 190 pounds, 6 foot tall. Yeah, he's an impressive guy.
Trips out to the right, one to the left. A nice play on the outside there. Another first down. Bethel now moving the chains. And there's a positive pass.
Yep, they needed that.
Trips out to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Once again, takes a snap, hands off to Allred up the middle. Stopped quickly. Second down and 9 here. Trips out to the right, one to the left. Allred still the running back in the game. Takes a snap. Duncan looking back to pass. Wants to go sideline. And it's almost intercepted.
That was played so well.
And that's Knox Nave in there at corner. Great ball skills to turn and locate it.
Yeah.
Just couldn't pick it off.
That was great coverage by Knox.
Nave.
Man, he was right there.
Third down and 9 here. Knights defense can get another stop late in this fourth quarter. Trips to the right. Duncan from the shotgun. The timing route over the middle was on the money but couldn't control the pass. And that's the second time we've seen that connection there from Duncan, and he's been on the money twice on this drive on that slant. That was another great pass.
Yeah, it's a big kid too. 6'1", senior Jonathan Harris.
Just
Big
couldn't
kid,
control
and
it.
against, I don't know if that's Nave over there on him.
It's Nave.
So I don't know his size, but he looks a lot shorter, and that's a good connection that Bethel could use, and they haven't been using that much today.
Takes a snap from the shotgun. They're going for it on fourth down, and he's brought down by McKim there on the sideline.
Wow, a whole herd of Knights.
Now under 9 minutes, the Knights are going to get the ball back near midfield. You'd like to see him waste as much time as possible on this drive. And it looks like Rouse is going to stay on the sideline here.
Good call.
As
Good call.
it'll likely be, I would imagine, Bennett Baker in the game at quarterback. We saw, at the beginning of the year, kind of a 2-quarterback system with Baker and Rouse. And now Rouse has really kind of taken command of that position, and Baker's been just as important everywhere else on the field.
Yeah, Bennett's a solid player.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what's so great about having athletic quarterbacks is, if they're not playing quarterback, they can play many different roles in the offense. As Silas Walraven, just barrels downfield there and gets the extra yardage.
Yeah, nice blocking downfield by the receivers.
You know, we mentioned earlier that the Knights, this team could easily, surprise folks and make a deep playoff run. But if not, this is just the start of something special with Crossings football. You know, there's only 8 seniors on this entire roster this year, and you get a lot of star power back. You know, Silas Ward's going to absolutely that's a tough loss there on the running back room and on the defensive line, but the talent is here and the development has been here, and it's been exciting to watch Coach Keithley and the coaching staff get the most out of this talent.
Yeah, I echo that. I'd say that some of the younger guys, we're getting some guys that have some more size that we've needed.
Absolutely.
We've had a lot of skill players over the years, but we really needed some size, and finally are seeing some of that in the younger players.
Walraven, the running back, once again with Bennett Baker. Takes the snap, hands off to Walraven up the middle. Nothing going there, and that'll bring up 4th down for the Knights. Looks like they'll have to punt it here, and they'll send Silas Ward back on to punt.
Put Leslie in there for a 57-yarder. Let's do it.
Clock's going to tick under 7 minutes, as the Knights were able to take off 2 or 3 minutes from that clock, give the ball back to the Wildcats. Trips out to the left, 1 to the right here for Bennett Baker. He takes a snap. The Knights are going for it. He's going to throw. Nothing across the middle of the field.
Well, he got
Baker
drilled.
got drilled on the throw.
And messed with the pass. Just took all the steam off of it. They set up a little screen, little crossing pattern, but might have had something there if he could have completed that.
And a nice punt again by Silas Ward. Oh, and this one bounces at the 1-yard line, but just takes the wrong bounce that time. But nonetheless, another boot by Silas Ward. This Knight's special teams has been on the money tonight. Only 6:25 left in this game. Offense did their job there. Wildcats ball. This could be their last possession of the game here, as we're nearing that 5-minute mark. And Duncan once again in at quarterback in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Takes a snap. Definitely some movement before, but they're going to let it play on. Going deep. Oh, and that one is picked off by Knox Nave. My goodness.
Again,
what a play. The ball skills by this
position.
Knights secondary, it's unbelievable. That is the 3rd interception for this Knights defense.
Wow.
3 different players, Nate Rouse, Luke Olson, Knox Nave. 3 interceptions on the night. Unbelievable awareness by Nave. He just turned around at the last second and just plucked it out of the air. My goodness.
I'm just amazed at the position that they're in getting these interceptions. I mean,
and that's the 3rd deep ball that Nave has been in perfect position.
Yeah.
And it's the first interception he's gotten, but there's a reason he got that interception. Practice makes perfect. He's been in the right spot two times already, you know. Baker on that jet sweep here, cuts it back upfield. Good for about 2 yards there. Turns it into something. And clock really ticking now. Down under 5.5 minutes. 2nd down for the Knights. If they can get a 1st down here, this game could be on its way to fast track to over. Tough snap there for the Knights. Another one. And that'll be a 10, 15-yard loss there. Goodness.
Yeah, I think Bennett is a little shorter than
Rouse.
So Rouse was.
Those high snaps for Rouse are even higher now.
Yeah. He was struggling, so I know Bennett's going to be struggling.
3rd down and 24 here for the Knights. Never a spot you want to be in. Trips to the left, one to the right here. Bennett Baker takes a snap, hands off to Walraven, tries to bounce it outside, and he is flung to the ground there. Strong play there from the Wildcats defense. Bethel going to get the ball back here with about 3.5 minutes to go. Fourth and 24 here for the Knights as Ward set to punt. He's been spectacular. Bethel, again, no punt returner. And this ball is going to roll quite a while with no punt returner. My goodness, another punt inside the 5-yard line for Silas Ward. His unbelievable night continues, and it is beyond
That is amazing.
me.
It's still
It is
going.
absolutely beyond me how Bethel has not sent out a punt returner the entire game. The Knights are obviously going to punt that ball, and they just gave up 40 yards there.
On the night, they've given up over 100 yards just by not having somebody back to receive a punt.
The Knights' special teams has been absolutely elite tonight, but it's like Bethel came in and was like, we'll let you be elite tonight. we will try everything we can to let you get your special teams rolling tonight, and the Knights have taken full advantage of that. I mean,
I don't understand
every single
that.
punt not having a single returner back there is completely puzzling to me.
I'd put Allred back there is what I would do.
Absolutely. It's just the safety who's in the defense back there. Let him run it and just make sure it doesn't get down to the 5-yard line. It's just crushing for this team to start inside the 10 every single time. It's tough to see out there. And clock going to dwindle under 3 minutes here as Bell on the carry there.
That was almost a 70-yard punt.
That was a 70-yard punt. Silas Ward has been unbelievable punting the ball tonight. Incredible. And Nate Rouse had a pooch punt that dropped inside the 5-yard line. Knox Nave had a roller that went at least 40 yards, got inside the 20. Every punt has been efficient, and the main reason why is because nobody's back to stop the ball.
Just fair catch it. You save yourself 100 yards.
Fall on it. Anything. Takes a snap, hands off up the middle to Allred. Going to rush for about 3. 2.5 minutes left. Knights leading 35-0 here late in the fourth quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 6. From the shotgun here, takes a snap. Allred. Run up the middle once again. Going to be about 3 yards shy of the sticks. And it'll be 3rd and short. Third down, takes a snap, hands off to Allred once again. Going to get the first down. And the Wildcats will move the chains as this game is all but over. And the Knights, what a complete effort tonight. All-around dominance. Special teams and defense led to offense. Just lots of confidence on the field tonight. Lots of players playing free, making plays. Really impressive showing. You can tell that the players were absolutely prepared for this game, for this challenge.
I feel like they're peaking at the right time.
Deep pass downfield here, down to about the 50-yard line there, and that's easily the most positive play all night
For sure.
for the Bethel Wildcats. A nice pass down the field for Duncan there. Gives his wide receiver a chance to make a play. Just found a little hole in the ninth secondary. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. He stopped immediately. Chain gang was not ready there for that one. And this Wildcats offense, we've seen it a few times. The random no huddle. They run up to the line quick when they have some success, occasionally.
Timeout Bethel.
Timeout Bethel. 1 minute and 6 seconds left. Crossings leads 35-0. And these will likely be the last few plays of the game. We'll see if Bethel tries to take a few shots to the end zone and get on the board.
A couple more updates for you. Luther's up on Meeker, 41-36. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Millwood all over OCS tonight, 40-6. 5 minutes left in that one.
Wow, that's a very interesting score.
Kellyville, that's our next home game. Kellyville's up 35-14 on Star Spencer, and Jones is up 34-7 on Chandler.
Knights defense with another batted ball, and I feel like they've gotten their hands on quite a bit from the line tonight.
That's their fourth one.
It's impressive.
Not including the passes, the deeper passes. That's the fourth one from the line.
2 wide receivers to each side from the shotgun here. Looking to go deep, but Blake Meek said not today.
No, he took on 2 or 3 guys and just kept driving them back.
Blake Meek he's a warrior, and he has had another impressive game. He just does so much stuff that is not going to show up in the box score, and he's not going to get a whole lot of credit for.
That quarterback is 6'2", 215 pounds.
And Blake drove him back there. And, like we mentioned earlier, Blake and there he goes again, just fighting around a block. And Blake forced fumble,
and he picked it up.
And he recovered it. Oh, my goodness. Are you kidding me? Blake Meek, with back-to-back sacks, forces his own fumble and then recovers it. The kid's unbelievable. What a play by Blake Meek.
It's the fourth quarter. You would think he's playing both ways the entire game. How does he have enough energy to continue to play defense like this?
That is incredible. Fourth quarter up 35-0 nonetheless, while Bethel is trying to run the clock out, and Blake Meek makes a play like that. That's unbelievable. That just shows you what type of player he is.
He's tough as nails. And looks like Crossings will pitch the shutout 35-0 tonight.
Impressive game. And
yes, it was.
Players rally around stuff like what we just saw from Blake Meek. The Knights are embodying a team that's tough as nails. Not just Meek himself, but the team as a whole. And another great win for this Knights team who, like you mentioned, is peaking at the right time here. They're just a hot team and not a team that you want to see in playoffs.
No, and they put a few wrinkles in there offensively that I really liked. The quarterback draw play.
That read option a few times.
They're doing some good stuff, so it's exciting to see them peaking at the right time.
Absolutely. We'll be back shortly. I think it's not next week, but the week after we will have a home game. Last home game of the year. I believe it's against Kellyville at Knight Stadium. Join us. We'll be here, Crossings TV, Squirtle TV. Again, this is Ross Lovelace on the call. Knights with a huge 35-0 district win, and we will be back in just a few weeks. Thanks for tuning in.